Okay.
Okay.
When I was young,
Yes.
my father was in the Navy, and he got posted to England.
Yes. HMS Collingwood.
That's something I didn't know. So we decided to go to England one way, and then come back from England the other way.
Exactly. You were 7 and Michael was... No, you were 5 and Michael was 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so being in places that were unnatural to you, what kind of issues did you face having 2 young boys? And where did we go in the world where you had some worries about us?
Going out on the streets was my concern, was that it was so crowded in Hong Kong. It's standing room only on the sidewalks in Hong Kong. It's very, very, very crowded and very, very hot. And it turned out, as we proceeded, there was an issue with Michael because he was so blonde, he was so fair, and he had blue eyes that all the old ladies wanted to touch him. All the Chinese old ladies wanted to touch him because it's good luck. So we had all these old ladies rushing at us from even right across the road. There were double-decker buses and taxis, and there was motorcycles and cars, and everybody's tooting their horns. And these old ladies were rushing across the road. It was insane.
To touch a 3-year-old.
To touch a little boy's head. Yeah. And after a while, Michael started hiding behind me and crying whenever he saw someone even move. You know, ah! He was scared stiff that someone would come diving at him. And how is that
with the crowded street?
It was awful because people were being pushed out of the way by these old ladies.
Trying to touch him.
Weird. It was the strangest thing. Anyway, so we had to leave Hong Kong, and it must have been like 40 degrees there, and go to Frankfurt, which was on the other side of the world, and it was winter there. So then we had an issue of when we get there, what do we do? So we had to get off the airplane and in the airport, get our luggage, open it up, and get changed into some warm clothes. So I had to dig around in suitcases and find warm clothes for my 2 little boys. And we walked out of the airport and it was -2.
Oh my God, 40 to -2.
It was a real shock. Because we had to go straight from Hong Kong to Frankfurt, we had no bookings anywhere. So we then had to try and find ourselves a hotel. And also the Navy lost us. They were very distressed because we'd given them our itinerary and we didn't go to India, and they lost us. The Navy was looking for us, and they were really getting uptight. And we didn't have a place to stay that night, and we were just in a taxi in freezing cold temperatures. So that was pretty stressful. I think there was a few frayed tempers, if you know what I mean. And we found this little tiny hotel, and we went in, and it was one room with one double bed, and you could just get around the double bed.
4 people
and
in the room.
We had 4 people and about 8 pieces of hand luggage. So we slept there one night, and the next night I said, no, I can't do this. I really can't do this. So he went out and came back, and he said, all right, I found a nice couple of rooms. He'd found a brand new hotel, just opened. Still had some of the building stuff around. It was so brand new. And I think we must have been the first family to be there because the staff were all over us. It was, oh, fabulous, welcome, hey, come in. And we had the most beautiful rooms. We had 2 rooms, a double and a what do you call it? There was a 1 double bed and 1 with 2 single beds. And, oh, gorgeous. You know, huge, big windows looking out over the city and everything. So it was lovely.
What do you think that you learnt from your challenges taking 2 boys around the world that benefited you for the rest of your life?
You have to think on your feet. You've got to be resourceful. But I think that just being a mother, you have to do that anyway.
Sure.
You have to think on your
Most
feet.
mothers aren't thrown into that kind of situation, though.
Yeah. I took it in my stride most of it, but there were a few things where, you have to like
Have a breakdown?
have a little be a little more resilient than normal. Yeah, it was. There were a couple of times when I had a couple of breakdowns, like when we got into that hotel room in Frankfurt. I went, I don't want to be here.
No.
I don't like this room. I've been around the world.
And you know what? You got a very nice one out of that.
I did. I got a very nice one out of that.